It's Week 8 of the NFL. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Broncos and the Chargers on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably get across the field for that one and let them know they'll be back the very next series.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And you have to believe that this is a pretty angry bunch. They only put up 3 points in their last game. I would expect them to be in better form here after a serious week of practice.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert O. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And his throw here is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. And now Nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos and Russell Wilson heading back to work. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. There's Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On second down, Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. A nice little juke. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
27 yards there, a first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's taken in by the tight end McKinney. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Trey McKinney. 37 yards. And the Chargers are back within a score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That's complete. It's Okurebunom. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Courtland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Shakes off the sun, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
23 yards the pickup there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was trained.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Wilson. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 63 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. He's got Hamler on the out route. And he's going to be knocked down just outside the 10. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Fourth down. Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On first down, it's Herbert. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he wisely will throw that one away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be taken in by Cole. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Herbert now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. The 20.
Well, that's the danger of throwing the ball to that part of the field, because if it does get picked off, as we just saw there, they can run a long way. They're actually fortunate they didn't give up a touchdown in addition.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Denver, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.